Chances are, if you know anything about the Skoda Kodiaq, you're probably watching this going, where the hell did he get one from? They are that hard to get. Why, you ask? Well, it's normal for any new car, new model, bit of interest in it. So welcome to sunny Portmarnock, where I am bringing the Skoda Kodiaq for a road test. It is the 2 litre, 150 brake horsepower, TDI, permanent 4-wheel drive, Sportline model. And it's fucking gorgeous. To kind of put this into context of the size of this car, it is the size of a BMW X5. When you factor that in then, and I tell you it's getting just over 6 litres per 100 kilometres of fuel consumption, that's not too bad. So what is it about this car that a certain element of the buying public want it so bad? It's just good. This is the model that has 7 seats, so if you're watching my Kodiaq video last week, that is not the 7-seat model. Sorry. But this is. Now, when I say 7 seats, it will fit a smaller, fully grown adult who's like 8 stone and 5 foot. But for little people, no problemo. And if you want to fold down your 2 rear seats and just have 5, like a lot of people, you will have a massive boot, like huge. So this is a Sportline model. What does that get you? It gets you these wonderful, beautiful half leather, half Alcantara bucket seats. It gets you nice little carbon fibre trim. It's a carbon fibre effect. Now come on. Interior plastics, lovely to touch. You get this kind of perforated stitched leather sports steering wheel. You get all the usual stuff, the climate control, the Bluetooth, streaming and USB. You can link up your Spotify and your Apple CarPlay and your Android streaming devices, all there, all included. You get your bi-xenon headlights, you get your panoramic glass roof. The Sportline model also gives you nice black coloured wing mirrors, which kind of offset against the car really nicely. And this car has serious road presence. BMW X5 is going to cost you the guts of €30,000 more than this car. Now this car is not cheap either. This car and any Sportline 4x4, particularly in the 190 brake horsepower DSG, which is the one I'd go for, that's not going to see you much change out of nearly €50,000. And you might be saying, €50,000 for a Skoda? It's not just a Skoda though. It will carry people. It will put stuff in the boot. It will put a roof box on your holidays. It will sit you up nice and high. It feels like a tank. This is a big car. The cabin is really, really well insulated. Motorway speeds, a little bit of wind noise over the pillars, but nothing that you wouldn't really sort of expect at that kind of speed. There's even rumours, now there only really are rumours at the moment, of a VRS model in the Kodiaq with 240 brake horsepower. That'll be a lot of fun. So does it need the permanent 4-wheel drive? I think it does. The car feels really planted with it. I think front-wheel drive for such a heavy car, it's going to be nose heavy. The handling of it mightn't be great. So 4-wheel drive, definitely a good thing in it. It's going to be even more beneficial in the higher output engine. As I said, this is the 150 brake horsepower, which will probably suit the majority of people absolutely fine. May not be an issue for you, but if you have a very small infant, as I had in the back of the car when I was testing it, the sun is still coming through into their eyes. Like I said, may not be an issue for you. Like there's definitely benefits to having that. It's not like the roof is fully closed even when you have that open. It still does let in a bit of light, but it's something just to be aware of. If you are looking at one, tick the box for the electric tailgate. You won't regret it. So when you're having the chats over dinner about the price of the car and changing the car, and you go, have you seen that Skoda Kodiaq? It's lovely. Yeah. Well, you know they're expensive. Yeah. Put it this way. If you compare it to a Land Rover Discovery an Audi Q7. So you're getting that size of car for less money. The big selling point in it is space. Then you have other things like the aesthetics of it. Like, it's a really, there's X5 off the rear quarter, there's Range Rover off some parts of it. It really just looks great. Plastics down here are nice and soft, extended towards the dashboard. Parts of the, where you put your elbow on the door sill. There is only 2 Isofix clips in the back of this car. I think if it had 3, that would be a good thing. If you don't have 3, the Kodiaq would do the job, but it doesn't look as good as this. Another thing I've noticed is, for such a heavy car on 20-inch alloy wheels, the steering is really, really light. Now, that may not be an issue for you. From my perspective, I like a bit of weight on the steering wheel and the wheels and the feedback from the steering, just to know exactly where is the car pointed. And it's just strange for it to feel so light at particularly low speeds. I know why they're doing it. They're doing it to make the car easier to drive around town and to park and all that stuff. But again, from a driver perspective, it would be nice to have a bit more weight on the steering. Having said that though, for such a big car, it's not nose heavy, it handles really, really well. You can chuck it into corners, there's no issue there. The 4-wheel drive helping at all times. It being a Skoda, of course, Skoda Simply Clever is ever present. There's even umbrellas in the doors. So as long as you remember to put the umbrella back when it stops raining, you will never be caught in a shower again. And everybody I showed the umbrella to in the door went, ooh. Pretty sure that originated in the Rolls Royce as well. They're thinking big, Skoda. Do I like this car? Yes, I love this car. Would I buy it myself with my history of cars and the types of cars I've owned that maybe now don't suit my needs? I would like to try the 190 brake horsepower DSG engine to categorically say, yes, I would go straight from a BMW to this car. I'm nearly there. This is the Kodiaq Boot, and as you can see, it's pretty massive. So you get your parcel shelf that you can obviously remove from the car, get rid of that. And then you could actually, without a doubt, no problemo, fit me in here. Similar story with the first row of back seats. Very easy to move them, like your conventional front seat. You can move them forward like this, more room for the people in the back. You can even actually tilt these seats forward, obviously enough, but when you have people in them, if they want to lie back a little bit, like the annoying person in front of you or behind you in a plane, you can lean them back too, like that. Thank you very much for watching this video of the 2018 Skoda Kodiaq.